Hi everybody, it's Cindy here with Stampin' Chick Creations. Welcome. It is Thursday, September 25th. And first off, I'm going to start off by apologizing. Number one, what a way to start the video. So I was under the impression that I had scheduled this video to go out, so you knew it was happening tonight. And it was brought to my attention when I went in to look that it was never scheduled. So I don't know if there was a glitch with the software or what have you. So I don't think many people are going to be joining me because I just posted it a few minutes ago. So my apologies. I did allude to the fact on Monday night that you wanted to be here for this video tonight. So if you watched Monday night, then you already are ahead of the game. If you didn't, you're going to miss out. But the good thing is you can always catch me on a replay, right? So hashtag replay. So tonight's video is going to be something I really was not going to do. But there was such a demand for it. Hello, Elaine. There was such a demand for it that I thought, you know what? I'm going to break my own rule and I am going to go ahead and I am going to do this as a video on my weekly live. So I have a rule that things that happen at the cottage stay at the cottage, and any projects that we do there stay at the cottage. It's one of the exclusive perks of being at the cottage. However, I had such a demand of people asking to learn how to do the tree fold that we did at the cottage. Now, hi Linda. Now, this is not my design by any means. The beautiful and lovely Sheila taught us this at the cottage, and we had a lot of fun making it. We actually did three projects with her, and honestly, hi Pamela, and honestly, I loved all three of them. So the first project came out and I was like, oh my gosh, because she promised me she would teach me how to do a tea bag fold. So I was so excited. Hi Kim. And then out came the second project, which was this tree, and I squealed. And then the third project was our ornament, which is behind me. Nope, this way, over there, right there. You see it hanging on my door? Okay, I'm not very good at this backwards thing. Anyway, you can see it hanging on my door. So I fell in love with this. It's relaxing, it's fun. So my sister and I were both at a craft event on the weekend, and it was actually kind of funny because I just brought retired paper just to goof around with. And I started making the trees. She started making ornaments. And I went to go put my tree together. And I was like, well, this is completely wrong. Well, first of all, if you know me, you know I can't do shapes. So paper that folds into a shape is the ultimate challenge for me, okay? So we had a lot of laughs. I'm sure the people attending must have wondered what we were dying of laughter over, because I couldn't get my paper to fold the right way to save my life. It was actually embarrassing, but I got it because I refused to give up. But then when I went to go put my tree together, I couldn't get it to go together. And then my sister looked at me, she's like, you're putting it together upside down. So I had my big piece at the top and then my small piece at the bottom. Anyway, so we had quite a chuckle over that. So I decided, because you guys have asked for it so much, I decided to share this with you tonight. This is a complete one-off. I was going to do this as a class, with paper included, but timing just doesn't work right now, honestly. So we're going to do this. Now, if you want to do this along with me, I'm going to ask you to go and grab some paper. We're going to need 5 pieces of paper, so 5 like squares. So if you want to just grab like a bigger piece of paper and then we can cut it down. They do not, hi Sandra, they do not all have to be the same. Okay, so I'm going to show you some of the ones that I did on the weekend. So these are the ones that I did on the weekend. These are all retired papers. Okay. I did this one all in the same pattern. I did this one as well in the same pattern. But when I went to go put my tree together, guys, I did it like this. And I couldn't understand why my tree looked so funny. Like, honestly, I just, some days. And then this one is not the same paper. It's actually two different patterns, but it's from the same paper pack. Oh, words are hard. So on the front of a card, these will look stinks. I just made these. I didn't do anything else with them. That's as far as we got with them. But we had a lot of fun doing these. So I can't believe I'm doing this, but I'm going to share this with you. I'm breaking my own rule and I feel uncomfortable about it. But okay. So are you ready? Is anybody excited about learning how to make these? I need a yes. I need a yeah. I am excited because I need to learn how to make these. Once you understand this concept, it will be very, very easy for you. I hope. Now, what I'm going to say to you is this. If the lady who doesn't know her shapes and the lady who can't, what am I trying to say right now? That can't fold paper into shapes can do this, I can promise you that you, my friends, can do this. Hi, Margaret. So this is very easy. You just have to, Linda's going, yes, yes, yes. Okay. I'm glad I did this. Okay. Because honestly, I was just like, oh, so yeah. Okay. Let's do this. Go get your paper. Get your paper. It doesn't even have to be, it does not even have to be holiday paper. Okay. Doesn't even have to be holiday paper. This is going to be your template. So we are going to do this. I'm going to use holiday paper because I'm going to make cards out of these. But you, my friends, can use whatever you want right now. The biggest piece of paper you're going to need is a 3¼ by 3¼ Okay. And then we're going to go down from there. Okay. So go grab a piece of DSP. I'm going to say DSP because that will be much easier to fold. I did pick some of the specialty paper and I'm thinking that might be a problem. So make sure that you are letting me know if you want to learn how to do this. I'm hoping that if you're here, that's why you're here, is because you want to learn how to do that. If you don't, then maybe you should come back and see me Monday because then we'll see if we can find out on Monday. All right, so let's start with what? I'm going to start with this one. What is this one called? Ornamental Christmas, right? Okay, so this is specialty paper. Might be a little bit difficult to do this. So I need comments. Yes, I want to learn. Yes. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to use this paper. It might be hard to do with this paper because it is thick, but we're going to do our best. So what do you need? You need your DSP. You need a paper trimmer because we have to cut this down. We're going to do this step by step together, my friends. And you need a bone folder or something to crease and burnish with. And probably Tombow adhesive or a glue dot. Okay, so I'm going to leave that up to you. I only have 3 yeses. Hi, Janet. I only have 3 people who want to learn how to do this. Sure. Okay. Janet, have you done this before? The paper Christmas trees? I'm curious. Okay. So I'm stalling a little bit so you have a lane. Yes. Okay. I'm stalling a little bit because I want to give you guys time to go get your stuff before I start. Okay. Now you can always go back and watch this on a replay. So if you do not want to create with me along the way, that is perfectly fine. You can go back, watch me. Okay. Slow me down, mute me, whatever you need to do, whatever's going to make your heart full. Okay. All right. So this is what we're going to do. I'm going to start with this piece of paper here. I'm going to put this in my paper trimmer and I'm going to go 3¼ Okay. By 3¼ So everything has to be square. Now, hi, Ruth. I need a refresher. Perfect. Okay. I want to learn. Okay. So the very, very crucial part to this, friends, is your squares have to be straight and they have to be precise. If they aren't, your tree is going to look a little bit wonky. Okay. So the first one I'm doing is 3¼ by 3¼ Okay. I'm going to put that down. Then I'm using all the same paper for this, just to keep this very simple. Okay. So this is going to be 3 inches by 3 inches. Okay. So I still have glue on here from the other night. If you watched me on Monday night, yeah, still glue on my trimmer. Okay, so we had 3 1/4 by 3 1/4. We have 3 by 3. We have 2 3/4 by 2 3/4. Look at that. Ha, I could have done that if I tried. Okay, 2 3/4 by 2 3/4. That's just how my paper worked out. So that's 3 that we have done, right? Okay, now I'm going to go 2 1/2 by 2 1/2. Okay, these are all squares. 2 1/2 by 2 1/2. And then I'm going to do a 2 by 2. And 2 by 2. Okay. All right. Still with me? So remember I said you need a paper trimmer, you need DSP, you need a bone folder. Okay. So you have your 5 sheets. You got 3 1/4 by 3 1/4. You got 3 by 3. You got 2 3/4 by 2 3/4. 2 1/2 by 2 1/2 and 2 by 2. Okay. Now, super easy, guys. Super easy. Okay, take your biggest one. Now, you're going to ask me what side do you want out. I don't pay attention because I don't worry about the side of my paper. However it turns out is how it turns out. But you want to fold this in a triangle. Now, you're probably going to say, well, what if I want the black side out? Yeah, well, you probably go the other way, but I'm not paying attention to that right now. Let's get the concept down, okay? So I've got it folded corner to corner. I'm going to open it up and I'm going to go the other way, corner to corner. So essentially I'm making a big X in the middle of my paper. Okay. Now you need to make sure this is precise. See, like mine is not. Okay. So I have a big X here in the middle of my paper. Maybe it's easier to see on the gold side. Okay. Now what I want to do is I'm going to fold this in half. So long ways to long ways. Are you guys still with me? Long ways to long ways. I'm going to open it up. I'm going to go the other way, long ways to long ways. Okay. This may not be the best paper to use actually, but anyway. Okay. Here comes the fun part. Can you see all my lines on there? You see them all? Okay. Now what I want to do is these 2 lines right here. Actually, no, I want to go this way. I want to put it on a diagonal. I think this is the one I said I want to put on diagonal. Hang on. Yeah. No, I'm doing the other one. Sorry. Okay, have your square. These 2 sides here. So if you're doing the ornament, there's a different way it's not a different way you fold, but it's a different way you tuck in. But anyway, these 2 folds here, I want to fold in. So I want them to go in. And then this one I want to go in. So essentially I'm making a triangle. Ha! Look at me knowing my shapes. Who's proud of me? Okay. Are you still with me? Just paying attention. Okay. Yes, this takes a lot of focus because I might throw out the wrong shape at you and that will completely mess you up. So you have something that looks like this right now. Okay. So your sides are tucked in. Okay. Now what you're going to do is you're going to take this side and you're going to bring it into this crease mark that's right here. Okay. You want it to be very precise. Again, this foil paper is probably not the best to work with. It's too thick actually, but anyway. Okay, everything's sticking to me. So bone folder here is actually very important. Okay. So There is my sister chiming in. Hello, Joanne. Small piece on the top, biggest on the bottom. So there she goes. I was just telling them that story, Fernanda. I don't know if you heard that, but I was saying how I put my tree together and it was like this. And I was like, well, that's not right. And you're like, that's because you put it together upside down. Yeah. Anyway. Okay. So this is what you have. Okay. Now we're going to do the exact same thing. That's it. That's all we do. We do the exact same thing. So this one I'm going to do so the black side is out. So I'm going to actually fold this in. So I answered my own question. So I'm going to do this one going this way. So I'm folding this way. Bone folder. I'm folding this way. So Fernanda and I had a lot of fun making these and making some ornaments. Actually, my ornaments are out in the living room, but we made some ornaments on Saturday too. It was fun. Okay, so we have my X, and then I'm going to fold this way. Bone folder. Open and fold the opposite direction. Okay. There. Okay. Now we're going to open this up and we're going to tuck in that side. Tuck in this side to get our triangle. Look at me improving on my shapes. Who is proud of me for improving on my shapes? Okay, and then I'm just going to I take my nail actually, and just so I can help my paper, and I line it up with the crease. Okay. Is anybody completely lost? Okay, we'll do that after. Okay, so now this one I want to do gold, right? Because I'm trying to rotate my patterns back and forth. So the pattern you want out will be, I guess I say on the bottom, but I don't know if that's confusing to people. And then I'm going this way. So again, making sure your paper is cut straight, because like if you look here at this one, I might just be off just a hair. See what I mean here? I might have cut that slightly wrong. Anyway, this is mine. I don't care. So, but you want to make sure yours is right. And then I'm folding up. So really, Joanne is in hot, sticky Florida. Are you in Florida right now? I thought you, oh, yeah, okay, I guess so. I heard it's very hot. Fernanda and I met a lady from Florida on the weekend. She was a hoot. Okay, so there's that one. And that one. See, but I did not fold this correctly, and it's going to bug me. Anyway, I just have to stop being so judgy. Okay, and then I'm going to take my nail, and I'm going to fold this one here. Oops. Straight though. Let's do it straight, friends. Do it straight. And then I'm going to fold this one here. Okay. Now, this is going to pop a little bit, right? But that's okay. So now this one, I'm going to do the black side out, black and white out. Like this. And then like this. So this is kind of where you don't really want thick paper, because it makes it a little bit easier to work with. So probably specialty paper is probably not your best bet. It's not too bad to work with, but our paper is just so freaking beautiful. Like, how can you not love it? Okay. There we go. Now, there's my triangle. There's my triangle. Now, as you get down to the smaller sizes, it does get a little bit more challenging. Now, the other thing I'm going to tell you is that we actually made this card on a 6x6 card. So the measurements for these triangles, there you go, squares were different. I'm doing these on an 8.5 by 11 card. Essentially, though, I'm going to tell you this. I just want to concentrate here for a second. Okay, I want to tell you this, that You can adjust your measurements how you see fit, as long as they're about 1/4 of an inch difference and as long as they're squares. So like you couldn't do a 2 by 2.5, like that won't fold correctly, right? Okay, so let me just do this one. Then you're gonna have to help me design my card for this one. I've got 3 to do tonight, so we'll see how quickly we can get through these. Oh, it says new comment. Sorry, I'm not scrolling to see comments. I'm so sorry. Hi, Elaine Kim. Hi, Rita. She's kid house dog sitting, then going to Hobby Lobby for me. Can you move your camera up? I probably can. Hang on. Do you want me to zoom in, Linda? Miss Linda Pearson, do you want me to zoom in so you can see more? Or do you want me to back out so you can see my desktop more? I could probably, if I actually know what I'm doing. Let me just see here. Hang on. Ha! Look at me getting all smarty pants here. Does this help? Then let me know if that's helpful. So as you get to the smaller pieces, this actually gets challenging with foil paper. So I think I'll enjoy this much better when I get to the other papers that I have planned. Okay, so here's my 5 pieces. I did the exact same thing. Your hand is cutting off. Oh, ew. It's probably because I'm working back here and not up here. So what I need to actually do is this. How about that? Okay. So I need to move my camera down so when I'm working down here, you guys can see me. Okay. All right. So here's my 5 pieces. Now, isn't this fun? Okay. So now this is what we need to do. This is foil paper. So I'm actually going to do something a little different for this one because this is foil paper. Like specialty paper, it's a little bit thicker. So I'm going to do something I don't normally do. I'm going to use my glue dots. I normally would use Tombow for this, but bear with me for a few minutes while I get through this one. The next ones I will do all with Tombow. Okay, so this is my biggest piece. I'm going to take my next biggest piece and I'm going to tuck this piece into this piece. Do you see that? So I'm going to stick this into here. Now, where do I want this to land as far as depth? So let me explain this to you. If I squish these all together, I'm going to have a little stubby tree. If I spread them out, I'm going to have a longer spread out tree. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. Okay, so I'm just using a glue dot to adhere these. Okay, so then I'm taking my next biggest piece, which should be a gold piece, and I'm tucking it in. Okay, and then I'm going to take my next biggest piece, which should be my black and white piece. I'm going to tuck it in. Like that. And then my next biggest piece is, or my last piece should be my baby piece, right? If I did this right. Like that. So now I could actually tuck that in a little bit more. Okay, so there is my tree. Okay. So I was thinking I was going to put this on a black card base. I could do black, white, and then black, and then put this on it. Hi, Donna. Hello from Australia. Thank you for joining me. Yes. So these ones here, Donna, I actually did on the weekend with retired paper. So it's a great way to use up scraps too, right? I love using up my scraps. So I have not played with a lot of my holiday paper yet. So this is a really, really great way for me to do that. So if I want to design a card around this, friends, what are we going to do? Give me some ideas. I was thinking a black card base, a layer of white, another piece of black cardstock, maybe embossed with, oh, the wreath embossing folder, and then put my Christmas tree in the middle. Thoughts? Thoughts? Does anybody have any feelings on this? What do you think? Is this not cool? Who loves this? I hate breaking my own rules sometimes, but sometimes I think it's well worth it, right? So, okay. Yes, black card base. Okay, so Joanne, honey, black, a very thin piece of white, and then another layer of black. Does that sound lovely? You think that's nice, Donna? Okay, let's try it and see what happens. So I'm going to actually do, my card base is 5.5, right? So I'm going to go just a smidge smaller than that by 4.25. So I'm going to go this way. I did this correctly. Okay. Did I cut that right? Haha, look at me being a rock star here. Look at this. Okay. And then if I take this and go, what did I say? That was 5.5. So if I go 4 by 5.25. Yeah. Is this right? Kim says it's fantastic. Thank you. Look, must be close to 8 o'clock because the front or the side door is going off. Okay, so like this, I'm thinking emboss with the wreath and then my Christmas tree in the middle. Oh, what do you think? I think that's going to look incredibly stunning. Don't you love it when I get excited about the silliest things? Okay, so let's go emboss this. Let's just go and emboss this. Where's my embossing folder? Right here. I didn't even put it away yet. Okay, so I'm going to, let's put this in here. Did you guys see the house that my sister did? She's on here, or she was. I hope she hasn't left. She's so talented. Oh my gosh. I feel like that's not really even. Hang on. That might be a little bit better. Okay, let me go emboss this. I'll be right back. Don't run away on me, because I'll be right back. Okay. Here we go. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Can you guys probably can't see this. Her house was incredible. I know, right? Who's my sister? My sister is Fernanda de Carlos from Stamping Artistry. I posted her, if you go to my page today, I posted her project. She does this 3D scrapbook house. Oh my gosh. She's done 2 of them already. And how she thinks of these things is beyond me, because I would not have even fathomed the detail she puts into it. Like, guys, you can't tell in that video, but like she did little flower boxes on the front windows. Like you can't, it was so hard to capture the detail and video it all at the same time. She's so incredible. So Stamping Artistry, go and follow her. She's got some amazing cards and projects. She's more of your 3D type of a gal. She does all the things that I wish I could do. Okay. Can you see this? Whoop. I know it's hard to see because it's black on black, but okay. Now, where's my dimensionals? I just had them right here beside me and I moved them. Here they are. Okay. All right. So here's my tree. Not that I need to, but I'm going to pop this tree up. This tree already has enough fluff to it, but I'm going to pop it up. Because heck, when you're at this point, might as well pop this baby up. Oh no, this is too stinking cute. Look at that. Oh my goodness. So now I just need a sentiment. Heat embossed gold. Okay, we're not going to get into heat embossing tonight, as much as I would love to. Okay, so there's my first card. Love. You know what? I'm going to tell you guys something. My sister should have been doing this way before me. Okay? But she always like, oh, no. Until I finally said to her, you need to do this. And so she started. And she's new. She's new, but she's been doing some pretty remarkable things. No sentiment on the front? You think it's just enough like that, Joanne? Okay, so I'm going to do this. I don't have a lot of holiday paper, guys. I know that's really hard to believe, but it's actually the truth. I'm going to use this one next. This one is retired, but, my friends, if you spent $100 with me last month, you are getting a full package on its way to you, because I finally got everything out in the mail, this week. Like I sent it out today. Should maybe double check that he actually picked that stuff up. So it's coming. It's on its way. Okay, I'm trying to see how I can get my, okay, no, I'll have to use a second sheet for this one. So you can make some of these, and I picked this paper because it's traditional Christmas colors, but you can use whatever, right? Okay, so there's 3 1/4 by 3 1/4, 3 by 3, and then let's see, yeah, 2 3/4 by 2 3/4. So this is a 6 by 6 sheet of paper that I'm using, right? I'm using 2 actually. So that was, what did I say? 2 3/4. Yeah. So then I need 2 1/2. 2 1/2 by 2 1/2. Fantastic. Oh, my daughter's messaging me. And oh, okay. I thought something was wrong. She just wants me to bring home ground beef. Okay, 2 by 2. Oh, there she is. Jeepers. Okay. Yes. Yes, on live. Okay. So I think she forgot I was doing a video. Okay. So here's my pieces. 3 1/4 by 3 1/4, 3 by 3, 2 3/4 by 2 3/4, 2 1/2 by 2 1/2, and 2 by 2. Okay? All right, let's rock this out. So this might be easier to see and do with me. Mail strike. I see Bev says mail strike. Oh, no. Sorry, Bev. These did not go out in the mail. Sorry. They went out courier. I don't use Canada Post unless I absolutely have to. Actually, I have 2 parcels that are going out Canada Post, but the rest go out through courier. My husband was just telling me that they were saying they won't even deliver mail to... Well, I don't know if they meant to rural areas only or all mail. Does anybody know about that? He just told me that today. And I was like, well, how am I supposed to get my mail? He said, we'll probably have to go to Oil Springs to get it. And I'm like, whatever. You know, that's making it very difficult for those of us that like to send people sunshine. Okay, so what am I doing here? I'm going to go this way and this way. Okay, so you need your bone folder. Now, again, this paper's kind of hard to see, but it's much easier to work with. So you can do your trees, like each section, the same pattern. It doesn't have to be like rotating back and forth. They walked out today? Are you kidding me right now? The large, oh, in centimeters. Oh, honey, I don't know, but you know what? I could probably find out for you. I'm an inches girl, but you know what? I'm sure if we did a conversion, I'm sure it would probably work. I could probably get that for you. Just not right this second because I can't do 2 things at once. Just figured out the fold. See? I'm telling you, Linda, it took us actually, at first when we were at the cottage, it took us a while to get our heads around the folds because we were like, wait a second. And you know how sometimes when you're doing something and all of a sudden you start to doubt yourself? It was totally one of those. And then between all of us, we kind of, I think Linda Shire finally figured it out. It was funny. Anyway, it was awesome. We were so excited to be able to do this. But I'll tell you, on Saturday, I was having the worst time trying to figure this out. And my sister's like, it's not that hard. I'm like, it is. It is for somebody who doesn't know their shapes and can't focus that well. So this would be, so according to my sister, she says this would be a great project to take with you to like doctor's appointments. Just relaxing, cut a bunch of squares. Because actually when you do the ornaments, it's all the same size. And so you just fold them all the same. Yeah, you could have been, because I'm telling you, that's exactly what I did. And I was like, why is mine not working? Well, we laughed. Oh my gosh, we are like in tears. It was quite hilarious, actually. Bev said nope. Oh my goodness, Bev, that's not great. I'm really not happy about that, actually. Because there's certain things that I do have to send. Right? Yeah, not great. Not happy about that. I mean, if they want to stop sending me my bills. Wrong way. Uh-oh. Did I do something the wrong way? Kim, you're scaring me, honey. Did I do it the wrong way? No, I didn't. You scared me. There you go. Okay. I'm going back and forth between patterns. Okay, so here we go. Oh. Okay, so there's that one. And here's this one. Oh, come on. See, you need to put your nail there to start the, because you want them to match up, but you don't want them to really overlap too much, right? So always around just before 8 o'clock, my security camera keeps going off here at the door that I go out. But the cat's here with me, so I know it's not the cat outside. So it could be a spider, or the wind. But it will do this all night long. That's okay. That's kind of what I wondered, Sandra, too, that they're stopping door to door. And you know what? I'll tell you, we only get mail three times a week, if even here. And sometimes, honestly, oh, it wasn't. It was now. Honestly, I'm okay to get my mail once a week. Like today, there was a farm magazine in the mailbox, and that was it. So I can understand the reasoning behind that. From a business standpoint, I get it. Does it suck? Yeah. But is it the end of the world? No. Is it a change? Yeah. So, I mean, yeah. You know, times are changing, my friends, so businesses have to do things differently just to stay afloat, right? So, mind you, they charge you enough to send us flipping package. So, anyway, I don't agree. However, I understand. I just don't think it's right that they can disrupt people's lives like that, right? Because there's some things that have to be sent through, like the mail, right? That's all. But, I mean, you can't keep going the way you're going and expect it to get better, right? So I understand, especially out here. Like, yeah. It's just, what are they going to do with all those people who do rural deliveries? Are they going to, like, all those people are going to lose their jobs? Because really, you only need one person or two people. to drop mail into a mega box. My mother-in-law claims, like, so when she sits in her front living room, she can see the mega box from her window, right? And she'll sit and watch whatever. And they swear up and down that they get mail there every single day. And she's like, no, they do not. She said, because I sit right in front of the window, and she said it's like 2 or 3 days before somebody shows up. So, yeah. Okay, so Janet, I totally agree with that. So then I understand their rationale to that, right? If the average person's going to get 2 pieces of mail a day, come on, right? Now, would it be better to say, hey, we're only going to deliver mail once a week? Maybe, right? But, I mean, again, they have to do what's best for the business. Okay, so I'm done this one. So I'm going to put my Tombow right here and take my next biggest one. It does absolutely suck. It makes me upset if they did walk out, because, like, I got stuff I got to mail. So that does really upset me. But, I mean, I get it. I get it. So try to space these out, too, when you're doing them, eh? And so you just need, like, a little dabble of Tombow. You don't need a lot on there. And then, so what I'm doing is, as I'm putting the glue down, I'm holding it down. Well, we have to drive 35 kilometers to pick up our mail. Oh my gosh. Well, ours would be either Brigden or Oil Springs. My guess is Oil Springs, because that actually has a post office, which I'm not really sure how it stays open. But it's busy enough, I guess. But surprised they haven't closed it. It's a little, like, teeny weeny town. But yeah. Okay, so there's my tree. Right? Well, there you go. I guess you're not mailing those out anytime, Sandra. Okay, so what do we want to do with this card? Friends? Do we want to do a red card base with just a white piece on top, just to keep it, like, we could do the exact same layout and keep it very simple. And then I could put, like, a little gem up here as the star. You think? Do you want to do red, green, and white? I'm going to have a splitting headache tonight. Awesome tree. Thanks. Okay, wait till you see the next paper I'm going to do. I'm going to do red, green, and white with the wreath. Okay, I'm going to keep the layout exactly the same, just for simplicity's sake. I don't want to get into designing all brand new cards right this second. Although we could, but I'm just thinking it might make it a lot easier for the next card. Okay, and then the white, I'm going to do 4 by 5 1/4. Okay, so I need to know, friends, who's going to make these? Who's like, yeah, I am not making that. That is so complicated. I want to hear. Talk to me. Tell me. Oh my gosh, we actually said that, Janet. We said if we put 2 of these together, right? Now, the only thing I'm going to tell you is this, which maybe it doesn't matter. I don't know. I think it does, but my sister said it doesn't. So I said you'd have to make sure that you've kind of folded these so they line up, though. Hi, Colleen. You'll have to go back to the beginning, Colleen, honey, and watch, because this was super fun. You'd have to make sure they're folded the same so that they line up. But she said it doesn't matter. I'm like, okay, I don't know. Maybe it doesn't. Okay, I just like things when they line up. Like, I'm kind of funny that way. But she said, no, it just makes the tree look asymmetrical. Is that a word? Asymmetrical? I don't know. Look at me trying to sound like I know what I'm talking about. Okay. Now, here's the wreath again. Oh, jeepers, as I throw it and just ruined it. It just fell out at me. Okay, so here's my wreath. Pretend I didn't just bend that in front of you. Just look a different way. Nothing to see here. It's so cute. Okay, so I see Joanne's going to try, and Kim's going to, and Janet. Colleen, you're going to love these. I'm telling you, they're so super simple. You're going to love them. Okay, so we are going to go like this. Oh, hang on. Oh. This is why you use Tombow, friends. Look a hot mess. Oh my gosh. This is why you use Tombow. So you can make an absolute disaster of your card. No, so you can fix it. Like that. That's what I wanted to do. Okay, now I have glue all over my fingers. Okay, I'm going to do this. Now this one I'm not going to pop up, because I feel like we got enough going on here. Okay. Here we go. Now I could put like a little trunk under there. Oh, sorry. I could put a little trunk under there too. Working on my second tree. Ah, yay! I love it. You guys are going to make these. And honestly, thank you to Sheila for teaching us this, because she's a rock star. These were so much fun. And once you get the concept of like how to hold your, like how to hold your paper. Well, that too, because I couldn't figure out how to hold my paper. My sister kept saying, put it on a diagonal. And I kept putting it as a square. She's like, a diagonal. I'm like, it is. And she's like, that's not a diagonal. Like, honestly, we have never laughed so hard. It was like tears running down our face, because it was just comedy of errors. Okay, so now, what if I take these and put a gold gem there? Do you think that would look nice? What do you think? What do you think? A big gold one? Sheila's a rock star. We love Sheila. Love her. Okay. Sheila's on my team. I'm so lucky to have her on my team. Okay. So there's the first one and the second one. Okay. Do you want to do one more with me? Super quick. I know it's getting late, but I want to do this last one. Okay. And I'm going to show you why, because I want to show you the paper I want to use. Look at the paper I want to use. I want to use this paper. I want to use this paper, friends. I want to use this paper. Okay, can we do this one super quick, do you think? Are you guys going to stay with me while I make this last one? Do you think you can hold off and wait with me? Because I think this one's going to be stunning. I know I should have really started with this one. I know I should have. But you know me, I always start with the ones that I think I'm not going to like the most. Right? 3 by 3. Okay, so once you get the hang of this, it's like bam, 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 right? 2 3/4. So I'll have to get the measurement for Donna. The centimeters part. 2 3/4, 2 1/2. 2 1/2. So this is a good way to use up scraps. Doesn't have to be current paper, friends. Use what you have. Doesn't even have to be holiday paper. Because I'm going to tell you something. Once it's folded, you can't really tell. And you know what? Trees aren't just holidays. FYI. Trees are all occasions. Oh, look at the back of this one. Oh, that's pretty. Okay, I'm going to do it all the solid poinsettia side. Okay. So this is specialty paper as well, but it's less thick, I feel. Maybe not. Maybe I'm totally making that up. This one's really pretty. This is my favorite paper. I can't believe I didn't order 100 packs of it. Oh, did you guys notice that I said I was putting in a bulk order for the paper pumpkin dies? I don't know if anybody actually saw that because I feel like it did not post correctly. So if you're a Paper Pumpkin subscriber and want the dies, can you let me know, like ASAP? Because I'm going to be putting that in. Because I did post it the other day. I don't know. Maybe that was yesterday. I don't know when I posted it. Okay, Monday. What do you guys want for Monday? Fun fold? Technique. Because it's not October yet, so I haven't started my new format. So you guys tell me. You saw the post. Okay, good. Hey, Sheila, I was just saying, you're my rock star. I was saying Sheila taught us how to make these, and I don't normally do this. I broke my own rule because I had so many people asking, and I said, Sheila is the rock star. She is the one that showed us how to do this. So big thank yous to Sheila. My friend Sheila. You might have created a monster with this, actually, though, Sheila. Because I can't stop making them. I'll show you the 3 that I made on the weekend, too. I haven't finished them, but they're there. I love this. And it's so relaxing. Like, for me, this is very therapeutic. You might have had a good chuckle with Fernanda and I on the weekend, though. Because I didn't know my shapes. I was putting my tree together upside down. She kept saying, we're making the ornaments, and she's like, turn on a diagonal. And I had my paper as a square. And she's like, on a diagonal. I'm like, it is on a diagonal. She's like, no, that's a square. I'm like, what? What are you talking about? Yeah, we were something to be reckoned with, let me tell you. Okay, Joanne says fun fold. She wants to see a fun fold on Monday. Okay. Do you want a theme? Fall? Christmas? Inquiring minds want to know. I'm curious. It's always easier for me when I know what I'm kind of aiming towards. And of course, my banner dies and numbers came in today too, Sheila, from the cottage that I ordered after the cottage. Thanks to Linda's card. Made me order the banner dies and the alphabet. Kind of huge packaging. Christmas. Joanne says Christmas. She wants a fun fold Christmas. Does anybody else want fun fold Christmas for Monday? Christmas. Okay. See, my friends like Christmas. I feel like not a lot of people send out fall cards. I love fall. I just don't like what comes after fall, that's all. Okay, here we go. Oh, I have a bit of a headache. It's been a very busy day at work today. Well, every day's a busy day, but this was especially busy. Okay. Sure, yes, please, yes. Okay. All right. You guys are pretty easy to please, eh? It's like, sure, I'll take that. Okay, here's my last. I almost called it a rectangle. We should actually play a game. Every time I get my shapes wrong, somebody should get a prize. It's like, so when I worked at Enbridge, we used to do this, it was called Teams Bingo. So every time we would get on a Teams call, sure shoot, somebody was on mute trying to talk. So you'd say, you're on mute, or, you know, what was the other one? Oh, sorry about that. So we had a whole bingo card made up of things that commonly got said during a Teams call. And we would actually sit there and play Teams bingo. So as we're going through meetings, we were checking off things off our bingo cards, because it was absolutely hilarious. So we almost need to do that with my videos. Things that I often say. A circle instead of a square. A rectangle instead of a circle. Yeah, wouldn't that be hilarious? You guys would probably like make me broke by prizes, because how many times do I say silly things? Yeah, about 1,000 times in a video. Okay, hang on. I just want to bone fold this one a little bit more. There. Okay. So good bone folder is crucial in this, my friends. Don't skimp out on that. And I do actually recommend. I think it's this one. I do recommend like a liquid glue for this, just because it gives you a second to kind of adjust your depth of your tree. What do you think? I could have gone back and forth on the pattern of this one. Oh, this one's pretty. So again, once you get it done, you can't really tell if it's holiday paper or not, right? Like, I mean, I guess you can a little bit, but not enough that anybody's going to actually go, oh my gosh, you didn't use holiday paper on a Christmas tree? Like, that's crazy. Now, this one's a little bit, maybe I should have shimmied that one out a little bit more. Maybe I squished them too much, did I? Uh-oh. Ruh-roh. There we go. Okay, that might be a little, that might be a little bit better. Okay. Okay, let's go. We got our stuff cut already. Oh, I thought I thought I already had this cut. That's right. I thought I already had a piece of green cut. I did. I did. Right? It's not that hard. I'm telling you. It's very deceiving. Did I cut that right? I might have just messed that right up. No, I didn't. Okay, now I need just a piece of my white. There we go. Oops. I just hit something on my keyboard. Sorry. Hope I didn't lose you guys. 4 by 5 1/4. Okay, I gotta go emboss my wreath. So don't move. I gotta do my wreath. Where's my wreath embossing folder? Right here. Okay. Let's do my wreath and then we're gonna vote. So don't run away on me. We have to vote still, guys. I'm just going to move this down and over. So lining up my wreath folder is probably the most difficult part to this card. And it's only because I'm so picky about making sure it's even. There we go. Okay. Are you ready? Let's put this card together, friends. All right, here we go. Here we go. And then we gotta, oops. Did I just do that with my nail? Oh my gosh, I did. That's craziness. Okay. All right. You know what we could actually do? If we want to get super bougie, do you know what we could do? We could put little gems on our wreath. Might just get to be a little bit too much. Did you ever do that? You'd make a card and then you go, ooh, that's a little bit too much. Okay. This wreath embossing folder, if you friends do not have this one, I'm telling you, it is a must-have. I did a card, I don't know if it was on a live or on a video I did for one of the groups I'm in, where I just embossed the corners. Was that here? Does anybody remember? I don't remember. Okay. I'm going to just lay this one flat. Right here. The first one I popped up. You are very welcome. Thanks, Dawn. I appreciate you. Have a great night. Well, maybe it's not night at your place, though, because you're in Australia. So I think you're on a different time zone than we are. Are you not? Pretty sure you are. Okay, so here we are. Here's the last card. Okay. So we've got 1, 2, and 3. Oh, we have to put a gem on here. Do we want a red gem or gold? Does anybody have a preference, red or gold? The green's a weird green. So I'm thinking either red or gold. I'm going to do a gold one on this one for sure. That's a no-brainer. Gold. Okay. I think the red is different. I think this is real red and that's cherry cobbler, so it's probably a good choice. There we go. Now, if I really wanted to get bougie, I could put like little gems on my trees too. Thanks, Janet. I appreciate that. Oh, see, Colleen, I just saw you say red. Okay, so Pamela says 1, 3, and 2. Okay, so we're going to vote. This is what we do now. 3, 1, 2. Anybody else want to vote? You know what happens is that all of a sudden, all these votes come in all at the same time. Thanks for joining me, Joanne. I appreciate it. So come back Monday. We'll do a fun fold Christmas card. I don't know what we're going to do yet, but we'll figure it out. Colleen says 1, 3, and 2. 1, 3, 2. These two papers are stunning, guys. You guys are not wrong on that. I will give you that much. This is retired paper, right? So if you just want more traditional colors. You are very welcome, Pamela. Thank you for joining us. Janet says, oh, jeepers, there's a whole bunch of ones here. Sorry, I totally missed this. 1, 2, 3. 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3. Hi, Chris. 1, 3, and 2. 3, 1, 2. Awesome. I'm going to take pictures of these close up. Hi, Margaret. 3, 1, 2. Oh, wait, I cannot get the 1, 2. It's like not processing tonight. All right. And you guys don't think these need sentiments, eh? Okay, fair enough. All right. Monday night, you need to come back and you need to join me because we are going to do holiday fun fold cards. Okay? So I don't know what we're doing yet. Maybe one fun fold, different papers. It might be more than one fun fold. Heck, who knows? Okay? But come on back, 7:30 Eastern Standard Time, and yeah, we'll get some cards made. All right, thank you for joining me, everybody, for this fun fold, and thank you to Sheila for teaching us this fun fold. And I look forward to seeing your creations, so get those posted, everybody. I'm excited to see what you come up with. Okay? We'll talk to you soon, and we'll see you on Monday. Bye.